and welcome to a very special show here at Cruise1st TV. It is lovely to see you, as always. We are going to spend the next hour looking at one of the most inclusive, expansive and fun cruising experiences you and your whole family can ever take. Because it's time to cruise Royal Caribbean, the cruise line for everyone. And we have got so much to talk about, so let's welcome back our special guest for the show. Sophie Wilson from Royal Caribbean. Is it a joy? It's been too long. Welcome back.
Far too long. It's an absolute pleasure to be here today with you, Derek.
And we've got a whole hour this time, which is even better.
Yeah.
So we can say it all and more.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Royal. If you haven't heard about Royal Caribbean, you must have been living under a rock for the last 30 years or more. So Royal Caribbean, who's it for?
Wow, well, what a question. But I think for us at Royal, it is something we're very, very proud about, that we are truly the holiday for everyone. And I think that's something that we've really learned over the last 50 years. We try to really push the boundaries, create spaces for everyone to do what they want to do. But for me, you know, you've nailed it at the beginning. We are actually for everyone.
Yeah, honestly, every time I've been on a Royal Caribbean ship, I have seen everyone of every age, size, colour, whatever, do you know what I mean, having the greatest time. And it is all about, I think particularly even more now, even since we spoke last year, like the world can be a grim place and you need an escape, don't you? You need some sunshine to come into your life, and that's not just about the physical sun in the sky.
I think, look, for Royal this year, well, I mean, last year, sorry, has been a pretty big year. We had a lot of new ships launching, but 26 for us is going to be incredibly exciting, especially closer to home, because you've probably heard a lot about our Icon class ships. I know we talked a lot about it last time we caught up, Derek, but this year is exciting because we actually bring an Icon class ship for the first time to Europe.
To the doorstep.
Which, and I think Icon, she just encapsulates everything that is Royal Caribbean. It's really, really exciting. And then we've also announced new beach clubs, new islands. It's just never quiet.
There's so much going on, isn't it? I love the fact that we've got this hour, because it's almost a chance to remind those people who are maybe not so familiar, or maybe they have done Royal Caribbean, but it was so long ago. It was like another world back then. And of course, Royal, I mean, I always think to being back on the launch of Anthem of the Seas, and that was 11 years ago, and that ship was so ahead of its time then that still right now she feels like the brand new spangly, sparkly wonder. That's the great thing about Royal, that they're so ahead of the curve, which is why they're so right for everyone, isn't it?
And actually I've just recently been on Wonder of the Seas, and I was actually on the Anthem launch, and to even just get to see Wonder versus Anthem in such a short space of time, how much more we have continued to push the boundaries. And I actually had the luxury of taking some guests on board that have never experienced a Royal Caribbean holiday before, and they were just, they just were absolutely blown away. The food, the entertainment, the choice. That is, I think, what really makes us famous, and that is what we are different.
Yeah, and I honestly think that Royal Caribbean, sometimes you can look at it from the videos and everything else, you can look at it and think it's one thing, but then when you're on it, oh my word, you are like, why haven't I not been doing this for like decades? It's brilliant. And
I think, to be honest, Eric, we talk so much about our ships and our hardware, but actually one of the things that really makes Royal different is how we make customers feel. You know, the welcome that you get on board from the moment you step on. It's small things, but actually when it comes to your holiday, really makes the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, at the moment, they're looking at us too, and you need to be looking at some Royal Caribbean ships, I think.
They do.
So, when it comes to making a splash on the deals, we always bring it here at Cruise1st TV. So in this show, we have enormous savings, in fact bigger than that. They are mighty enormous to share with you. In fact, booking from this show will save you up to £1,000 per booking right now, and a Royal Caribbean cruise is all about sharing, so we also have some exceptional offers for family cruises as well. More details as we go through the show, including cruising from home too, with exciting no-fly fun-filled cruises on Liberty of the Seas for this year and Mariner of the Seas from next next year from our very own Dear We Love It Southampton. And we also have some exotic treats with exclusive Caribbean charms, a Far East Grand Voyage Spectacular, as well as New York and Bahamas together in one adventure coming up. But let's start with the hottest new ship from Royal Caribbean. And Sophie mentioned the Legend of the Seas starts her cruising story this summer, and we can take a look right now because she will be sailing out of Barcelona when she launches this year, which we are very, very excited about indeed. Yeah, an icon on our doorstep, as you mentioned, Sophie, which is going to be absolutely brilliant. She's launching a little bit earlier, which is even greater as well, launching in July rather than August as well.
Yeah, so we actually have her in July. We've got her in the Med all the way through till October. And I mean, I've worked for Royal Caribbean now for nearly 10 years, and this is probably a career highlight for me, or will be when we see her out in Barcelona, because customers are not going to be quite prepared for how they are going to feel when they holiday on board Icon.
Oh, and we have got you a brilliant deal in the maiden season as well. So we'll fly you over to Barcelona on the 9th of October, and we will kick off your holiday with a 2-night stay. And I had a little look around and see the kind of things that go on in Barcelona in October. Of course, you can go and see the big sites like Sagrada Familia, which I don't think has scaffolding on it right now. The last piece, I think, has just been put on, which is brilliant. Officially the tallest church in the world now. How exciting. But there's wonderful things to do in the Gothic Quarter as well. Have some lovely tapas on the outdoor terraces, because it still should be, you know, all rightish kind of weather out there at this time of the year. Certainly better than the UK always is in Spain anyway. Anyway, look, here's the main attraction. The brand new, fabulous, I can't honestly, the Icon class, it feels like they keep coming. It's like snowballs down a hill, isn't it? I mean, it's just amazing. I can't believe that this is number 3, right?
Yeah, number 3. And
Incredible.
our guests are absolutely loving it. The entertainment that you will experience on this holiday is like nothing you will have ever experienced before, from aqua theatre productions, ice shows. The Broadway show on this ship, Derek, is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And again, I know we were talking a little bit about this earlier on, but that's all included in the cost of this holiday, which is incredible value.
Well, if we were to go, let's not even say London tickets, if we were to go to Liverpool, to Sheffield, to Nottingham, to a theatre to go and see a full production version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I mean, the ticket prices, you're going to be talking, you know, upwards, let's say 70, 80, 90 quid each.
And more.
So for a family, you know, that's one night out is a big deal when you've got to buy food and snacks and everything else around that, get there, get back, all of that.
And when you think you're on this holiday for 7 nights, and actually, when I went on with my husband last year, one of the things he talked about was, I just can't get my head around the production. You know, you're walking into the theatre, you're greeted with a waiter who will take your drink, you sat down, they then come and give you your drink, and then the show begins. And that's just at the start of the night, Derek.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? And I think it's all about choice, isn't it? The Icon class, yes, I mean, the headline is biggest ships in the world, but actually for me, that's not the biggest headline. It's the fact that this is great in terms of, again, Royal are really good at dividing up their ships into different zones. So actually, you know what? You know, I'm the man with 2 cats and no children. If I just want to escape, there's massive parts of the ship where I can just completely just chill.
Oh yeah, I can see you in the hideaway. And I think what Icon class was all around was really bringing the connection of a ship to the water. So what you're going to find on Legend is that we really bring the water in, which, as you can imagine, sitting down in the hideaway, the water in the pool just reaches out, it connects to the ocean, the waiters are there, the music there. That's all adults only. Our swim-up bars. I can see you there, Derek. We haven't even talked about the destination.
No, absolutely. Well, we're going to get to those in a wee while. We're having a good look around the ship right now. So we do talk about Royal Caribbean being the cruise line for absolutely everyone. And that literally is from tots to 99.
Yeah.
And beyond, if you like. If you're still on your feet at 102, come along, you'll have the greatest time. Because actually, there's such a lovely atmosphere around the ship. There's always choice. I think that's the thing. It's about choice. And I love, actually more and more these days, I love the bright colour schemes.
Yeah.
It just makes you feel cheerful, doesn't it?
Yeah. You're never, ever going to be, there's not going to be a moment where you're thinking, what should I do?
Yeah, nothing to do.
No, there is comedian shows, there is live music, there is big productions.
So many choices. It's amazing. Right, let's see where we are going then. Almost needs to go nowhere, to be honest with you. But, you know, let's go to some places after all we can. So the first one will be Palma de Mallorca. Incredible. Go and see the city sights, maybe on a Royal Caribbean excursion in Belvoir Castle if you fancy. Just have a little wander around if you don't, or stay on board. It's up to you. Marseille is next in France. There's an Aon Provence highlights tour here, which takes you to Notre Dame de la Garde and the Old Port and much more as well. If you fancy, again, you can just stay on board if you like. I would. La Spezia is next in Italy, and you can explore Pisa's Field of Miracles here. It's where the Leaning Tower is, and there are some amazing sights that you can take on a tour out of La Spezia. Real highlight for this itinerary, I think, is Civitavecchia, which is the port for Rome. I think everyone will want to be going in on tours on that day. Go and see the Colosseum. You know, just go and have a wander around because everyone's so beautiful and the shopping is so fabulous as well. So that's a real highlight, I think, on this. But there's more to come because we then go to Naples. Of course, you've got the Amalfi Coast. You can take tours there. There's the ancient ruins in Pompeii. Or again, I have to say, if this is your first cruise on the Icon class, you might just say to yourself, actually, there's so much on this ship. I don't need to step off. I don't need to step off. I don't even need the weather to be great because this is like one big ball of sunshine, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, yeah. Even if you stay on board, you're going to have an incredible day. I think we always love to explore and see different places. And I think that's what the beauty is about cruising, getting to see all of these amazing destinations, but to do it with Royal and then, wow, to do it on Legend of the Seas.
Yeah.
This is a holiday of a lifetime.
And I think this is why it's such a good family choice as well, isn't it? Because, you know, families are going to have different interests. Yes, you're going to have time where it's playtime and you want to go and do all the fun things and the splashy things and the thrilly things. And there's going to be some time, and there's going to be people with you who she eats this, but she doesn't eat that. You know, like you're going to have people who have different interests. So you can all go and indulge those interests in the same place and still all be together.
Yeah, I mean, Derek, we talk about families at Royal a lot because that is, you know, we want to really, really bring families on board. But when we say the word families, it is just togetherness.
Yes.
It is about bringing mums, dads, kids, grandmas, even friends together to make memories.
Well, let's talk about how accessible this is as well, because this could absolutely be a lovely break for the family. And I mean, it could be the family is all grown-ups, or it could be mum and dad and the littlies, completely up to you. Togetherness is what it's all about, isn't it? It's about just escaping. Escape is the big word right now because we need to escape. We need true escape. And this is going to be absolutely brilliant. So it's the brand new Icon to enjoy with a Barcelona city break. It's only around the corner, Barcelona. We'll fly you there and back, 2 nights there in a hotel, and this amazing week-long cruise with savings here of up to £750 with our amazing price tag. We've done all the negotiating, we've done all the bartering. We've sorted all of that for you. We've made it into an amazing package. Sophie's shaking her head going, that shouldn't be so low. Well, welcome to this time of the year. This is absolutely brilliant. And this is a great opportunity now to get some really amazing pricing. I'm just going to say to those in the know when it comes to cruising, think back to the launch of Icon of the Seas, where literally the world was queuing around the block to try and get anywhere near a cruise on board. You're going in her maiden season, which is incredible. And this is a wonderful way to just, you know, disappear for a wonderful holiday. Fun, thrilling entertainment. Royal Caribbean Cruising on their brand newest ship, one of the biggest ships in the world, the Legend of the Seas, enjoying all of the many and varied entertainments, from the Aqua Theatre to the full production show of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the musical. Oh, I'd love to go and see that. Ride the Flow Rider, enjoy the amazing food across the ship. Oh, on this, honestly, so much. Your package includes flights to Barcelona and back, 2 nights in a hotel before you cruise, and a whole week on board Legend to some amazing ports as well, right? Including Rome, Florence and Naples. Incredible. Here's the details you need to get booked. And I have to tell you, we have some amazing family pricing options right now. For instance, which I think is so good. Because sometimes it's kind of left in the dark. You know, we talk a lot about adults cruising, and actually sometimes we forget to say, oh, you know what? Actually, right now there's a really sweet spot that if you're booking the kids in to share with you, because it's almost wrong to not take the kids with you on something like this, isn't it? That we've got, like, it's tiny prices for the tiny ones.
I mean, huge savings on our 3rd and 4th guests, which is just incredible.
Yeah.
And what I would just say is, echoing what you said before, this is selling fast.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
So if you are interested in going on the brand new Legend, you need to be quick because those price points are pretty incredible.
Yeah. And let's face it, just to call a spade for a second, the more people look at a holiday thing, be that a hotel or a cruise or a flight, the more people look at it and start booking it, guess what happens to the price tags? Exactly. So act now. Remember, you've got great low deposits on a lot of our holidays available to be able to book this right now. Okay, well, there is deal number 1. We are together for a whole hour with Sophie and to talk about Royal Caribbean, which is brilliant. And I'm sure you will have heard by now, especially if you watch this channel, Royal Caribbean's Liberty of the Seas is here with us in Southampton from May through to October this year. There's a huge range of exciting cruises around Europe, which you can book today with low deposits and big savings right now for a limited time of up to £750. It's amazing. So we're going to take you on board the ship for a little look around first, because this is great news. I don't know whether I just haven't noticed for a few years, but it doesn't feel like we've had big chunks where we've had a ship to call our own from Royal Caribbean, and I love this on the doorstep with all the thrills that we've got going on Liberty.
Yeah, so Liberty will be joining us in May, and actually just before she comes into Southampton, Derek, she'll be going through a full amplification.
Yeah, what's happening?
So we're going to be having a huge reimagined pool decks. We're having our lime and coconut bar added, which think steel drums, cocktails, bright colours. It's a really incredible area to be.
Lovely.
The other thing that I'm very excited about is we're adding a local fresh, which is our Mexican restaurant. Again, there's probably a common word going to be used throughout this show, complimentary.
Included,
it's our Mexican, think quesadillas, think guacamole. Oh, it's incredible, and it's right next to the pool.
One thing I do want to talk to you about in terms of included dining, because quite often people are used to, across the cruise industry, okay, your included options are your main dining, your buffet, maybe a poolside grab and go, burger, hot dog, standard. But with Royal, so many choices.
Oh yeah, so many choices. Of course, we do have our main dining, which is a sit down. The menus are incredible. They're changed every evening, and the service in that main dining is exceptional. Grab and go bites from Sorrento's. Have you had a pizza from Sorrento's?
I have. Definitely.
Was it early hours of the morning, Derek?
Might have been, yes. Yeah.
But yeah,
and there was quite a clamour, let me tell you. I mean, that is, I mean, if that were a pub, the landlord would be very pleased, because actually there's a good crowd there every night, right?
It's so good, and the pizza's incredible, and that's again going back to that choice concept, being able to just, you know, tonight let's just grab a pizza. It's your choice. We've got our coffee shops where you can get lovely paninis, bagels. The list is endless, from poolside bites to even our main buffet restaurant. We even talked about that.
Well, listen, and we will come back and talk about that in just a moment, because I'm just going to say one word to you. If you ever cruise with Royal Caribbean on any one of their ships, the word windjammer is your best friend, believe me. Anyway, back to Liberty of the Seas, back to no-fly, amazing cruises for this year. Check out these price tags, because they are, quite frankly, ridiculous and all grabbable right now with us here at Cruise1st. Let's start with RC821, which is 7 nights, Spain and Portugal cruise, leaving on the 5th of July. Not long to wait at all. That'll be here before we know it. From £1,033 per person, huge savings there, and low deposits today. Your deposit today just £150 each. So if you're feeling a bit gloomy and dark and in need of an escape, Just booking it today makes you feel better, doesn't it? You know there's light at the end of the tunnel. Then we've got RC822, which is a 9-night Spanish Flair cruise. That leaves on the 31st of August, just at the back end of the school holidays. It just nips into the school holidays there or thereabouts, doesn't it? From 937 per person. Sophie, what's going on there?
Wow, that is incredible.
That's crazy. And remember, we've got brilliant family savings here as well. So it's not full price for all 4 people. If there's 4 of you sharing a cabin, if you've got the 2 little ones, I mean, honestly, their price can be as little as about 100 quid. Wow. I mean, for the kids, which is just ridiculous in the cruise world, especially when they eat, don't they? They eat, I believe. Third option there, RC823 is for October, and it's a week of France and Spain cruising on Liberty from just, what? What's that price there? Does that say 677 per person? That's crazy, and that's only for person 1 and 2. If there's more of you sharing, the deal just gets better and better and better. I mean, they're all crazy. And remember, you can enjoy cruising on Liberty of the Seas from May to October this year out of Southampton with lots of choices. You can do an even a little taster 2-night cruise there. If it hasn't sold out already, it probably has. Give the team a call or have a look on the website at Cruise1st.tv. Remember, you can call us 7 days a week as well. So even if it's a rainy Sunday afternoon that you're watching this, we're still there. 0800 953 4700. Right, it's time for a Caribbean adventure right now. It is Royal Caribbean after all.
Let's bring the sun.
Yes, let's bring the sun. So let's escape for 12 fabulous nights in November. Oh, good, my time of year when I go into hibernation. Let's escape with the family and cruise on board the very aptly named Freedom of the Seas at a time of year where you really do need to see the sun. You're going to fly over to Miami first and enjoy a fabulous 2-night stay. Oh, as I did as the back end of last year, Miami the first time. Have you been?
I love Miami.
Tell me what you love about Miami.
So I've actually just been when I went on Wonder, and
me.
we went down to Biscayne Bay, the shopping, the bars.
Yeah.
The beaches, the cars,
I know.
the vibes.
It's just crazy,
Let's
isn't
go.
it? Such a lovely place. And you feel like you're almost always seeing the sun and lots and lots of colour. You are going to love it. 2 nights there in a hotel. This is the main attraction that we've come for, though, which is Freedom of the Seas. And we've got 9 nights to look forward to. So, tell me, where do we start?
So
let's start in the Windjammer first.
Oh, let's go back to the Windjammer.
We started that conversation. So on every Royal Caribbean ship, Windjammer.
Yeah,
tell me.
That is our main buffet restaurant. But if you have holidayed before, scrap what you think of a buffet restaurant and reimagine it, because that's what you're going to get with Royal Caribbean. The choice from pasta stations, Asian cuisine, even walking in with our washy mat and singing the songs. If the atmosphere is vibrant, you tend to have beautiful views out to sea. The service is incredible and the choice is endless. You must hit the patisserie.
But you don't need to tell me twice. I'm there every single time. It almost stops me from doing all of the other dining, to be honest with you.
We do have a gym.
So good.
We do have a gym, though.
Do you?
You can work
Does
out.
it have a chocolate machine? It is good, though. I mean, this ship is just perfect for the Caribbean, isn't it?
She's amazing. I've been lucky enough to be on Freedom of the Seas, and that was just after her amplification. You'll probably hear a common theme. Some of our ships, we've done a lot of work, really making them brand new and fresh, but the pool deck is exceptional. The service is amazing. The ice show on Freedom is magical. So you go down, then the shows start. That's all included. She's a beautiful, beautiful ship. And
where they do the ice shows, you can go skating yourself as well. They do sessions where you can have a go.
You can. I did have a go.
Any good?
Think Bambi type vibes, not great.
Well, at least you came back in one piece, right?
I did, yeah.
Again, being out in the Caribbean can be all about the places, but actually I think, again, with the Royal Caribbean cruise, it's all about the ship, isn't it, really? Because it's funny, because you almost have to tear yourself away from it. You know, people sometimes place a great emphasis on the accommodation, and I have to say, every time I've been on a Royal cruise, the accommodation has been absolutely fantastic. But do you know what? I've spent next to no time there, because I'm like, what's next? Yeah, true. And I think, talking about the pool deck, Lime and Coconut, which is our main bar area, bright, the cocktails, the music, you're sitting as you're sailing into a Caribbean island. That's where you want to be, Derek. Yeah, I tell you what, you never need to tell me twice, especially at this time of the year as well, because November, you know, you really have got got to the, dark mornings, dark evenings, it's cold, it's wet, it's miserable, it's not yet Christmas, you're kind of like, I need something, especially if we've not had a great summer. I think that's when you appreciate the Caribbean even more, isn't it, by going out at this time of the year. So let's see where we are going around the Caribbean. Not that it really matters, to be honest, because the ship's so fab. First couple of days at sea, then we're in Curacao. Yes, you can buy Curacao there as well if you want to. You can go beach hopping on a tour as well if you want to treat yourselves with Royal Caribbean and go to Mambo Beach, which sounds lovely. Then we've got an overnight in Aruba, which is one of the most fun places that you can go to in the Caribbean. Honestly, the Cuckoo Kanuku bus I definitely want to be on. And actually that De Palm Island looks rather good, doesn't it? But you've got 2 days there, so you've got lots of time and lots of choices. You can even go into town and have some dinner in the evening if you want to. Couple of days at sea, and then now to call this Perfect Day, whoever dreamt up the name of Perfect Day, they knew what was coming, didn't they? Because this is Royal Caribbean's private island resort, private island paradise. It's like a continuation of what you've just been enjoying on the ship, but on land, right?
Yeah, Perfect Day is honestly incredible. Lucky enough to have visited Perfect Day twice, and it is just magical. It is ship to shore, so everything that you have on board our ship, that will be also included. So all of your dining included. If you have the drinks package on board, that will also be on the island. There is adult-only areas. The sand, Derek, it is just incredible.
Is it like flour?
Honestly, amazing. It's also just the atmosphere as you're sailing, the music. Do you know Lovely Day song? But
yeah.
Perfect Day. Perfect
really?
Day. Yeah, you're greeted by dancers, and then that just sets the tone for what will be a perfect day.
Yeah, and it really is lovely because it's just you and the people from the ship, isn't it? Which I know, it's a fair amount of people, but you feel like, this really is paradise.
It's your private island. It's your private island escape, and it's just amazing. But also even down to the entertainment that's on the island.
When
we were there in December, we sat and watched live musicians with our drinks, swam. There was stingrays. Yeah, it's very magical and only available with Royal Caribbean.
I feel terrible now. She's really rubbing it in, isn't she? She went in December and she did have a perfect day. Honestly, this is the kind of life that you should be leaving. Remember, I mean, Royal Caribbean is pretty much the biggest name in cruising in the world. So when they do and embark on something like a private island, it is something unlike anything you've ever seen anywhere else in the world. I think I heard before that something like 700 people actually work on the island, and that gives you an idea of just the size and the scale. However many videos you see of it, it never puts you there to the actual scale and the enormity of the fun. And listen, I'm the wrong side of 35 and I'd be on every one of those slides. Absolutely. Right, listen, I've got an exclusive price tag coming your way for this Caribbean escape for November. And listen, escape is what we definitely need. I honestly, when I saw this price tag, I was like, hang on, we've got it wrong. I even went back to our product team and said, right, okay, you've got some numbers the wrong way around there. That cannot be right. But it is, apparently. And that's the power of Cruise1st, because we are booking on behalf of so many thousands of people. The deals that we can negotiate around the world with the cruise lines, with the airlines, with the hotel brands, means that we can put packages like this together that if we were trying on our laptops or tablets or whatever to try and get this kind of arrangement sorted, you'd blow through that in 5 minutes. Honestly, it is ridiculous. And so you've got massive exclusive savings that you won't find anywhere else, by the way, but us here at Cruise1st, up to £750 saved by booking with us today. And even better, all you need is a low deposit today of just £199 per person to get this bagged today, and then you're off to the Caribbean in November, including your return flights to Miami with a 2-night hotel stay there to enjoy, and then it's your exciting 9-night cruise on board Freedom of the Seas with Royal Caribbean, sailing the Caribbean, including an overnight in Aruba and that Royal Caribbean private island perfect day at Coco Cay that you're taking with you next time you go. All the fun on board to enjoy as well. The thrills, the splashes, the fabulous food, great shows, dreamy fun with Royal Caribbean. Get booking, here's the details. This is what you need. This is what you need. Listen, you know fair well that I was in the Caribbean at the back end of last year. It is a fabulous time to go. My birthday is 7 days before this goes. I can't even remember what I've got in the diary. I think I'm away actually at the time, aren't I? Which is really bad news, isn't it? Because I could have come with you. But look again at the family savings. And when we say family savings, we've got amazing price tags for third and fourth people sharing in the same cabin.
Yep.
We have even better deals if it's the littlies coming with you as well, because they can pay next to nothing. Well, actually, obviously you won't make them pay, or maybe you will. Maybe you'll get them car washing to build up their contribution to this holiday. Good life lessons there, I tell you, says the old man. Anyway, call us now if you want to get that in the diary, 0800 953 4700. Right, it's time to up the ante right now and enjoy some big ship thrills with something for everyone. Welcome to Royal Caribbean's Oasis class. I love these ships so much. I love these ships so much. And Sophie, I think we definitely need to talk about the Oasis class because, again, like the Icon class, it's almost like the world can't keep up with Royal Caribbean. You're always playing catch up as a passenger, aren't you, really? Because we haven't done this yet before we get to that, I
think when Royal introduced Oasis class, it was a really game-changing time for the cruise industry. And it was probably the first time of our big ship cruises coming into the world. But what is beautiful about Oasis class is when we designed and built her, yes, she's a huge ship. Yes, she's really big, but it's all about the width of the ship. And what that enabled us to do, Derek, was take the center of the ship and make it all open air. So the beauty about our Oasis class ships is when you're on holiday, where do you like to sit? You want to be outside in the sun, and that is what you're going to get with Oasis class. And it's really exceptional.
It is. Well, let's get straight on board Oasis of the Seas then for a Bahamas adventure in September. And this is an adventure with a rather marvellous twist because she's sailing out of New York. So we're going to fly you there first to enjoy a 3-night hotel stay in the Big Apple. That was good planning, Sophie, right?
Very good.
Is that your idea?
Well, don't forget, Oasis has her own Central Park on board. So you can also go from the Central Park of New York to the Royal Caribbean Central Park. There you go.
Nice segue.
Nice touch.
Good idea. Nice connection. Wonderful city. So many people want to see it for the first time. This is a great way of doing it and combining it with a lovely, lovely cruise with Royal Caribbean. So you've got 3 nights in New York, longer if you want to add to the package, of course. And then here she is, Oasis of the Seas, and you're on board for 7 nights. And I know with this class of ship, there is no better feeling than being out in that open space at the back of the ship and just pinching yourself and saying, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Yeah, so down in the boardwalk, we have an incredible bar down there. We also turn it into a bit like an American-style boardwalk beach where they have candy floss, popcorn, and then as you go through, that'll join to the Royal Promenade, where we've got our English pub that has live singers. And then if you continue, you're going to then head into Central Park, think jazz, beautiful wine bars. We've got our bubble champagne bar down there. Yeah, it's a pretty special ship.
And for those people who, you know, looking at the video and thinking, oh, no, the big ships, they're not for me. Actually, the way you navigate Oasis is and all of the Oasis class is so simple, actually, isn't it? Because everything is either through the middle, there or thereabouts, or up high.
That's it, and I think that is what a lot of customers say about our Oasis class. It's very, very well connected. It's got 7 different neighbourhoods, all very, very different things going on. But yeah, anyone who says it's going to be too big, it will not be. It's all about more space, more choice, more experiences.
Do you know the other thing I love about this class of ship as well is that you can choose to have a stateroom that actually looks in rather than looking out. I mean, looking out is great, don't get me wrong, it's great to have sea views, but actually watching what's going on inside the ship, that's a bit of a bonus. I love it.
Did you know what, Derek? It's such a good point. Sitting on your balcony, looking over Central Park with a little glass of red, listening to the music, watching the world go by.
Yeah.
It's quite unusual for a ship.
It's really good as well. If there's a parade or something special happening down there, you've got a ringside seat, but you've got a really good vantage point as well. It is incredible. Right, let's see where this cruise is going then. Out of New York, we've got a day at sea. We're going down to Port Canaveral, which is amazing. Everyone here wants to go to the Kennedy Space Center. It's the biggest selling tour. Every single cruise is amazing. Who doesn't want to stand next to a space shuttle? After all, it's brilliant. Then you cruise on to Nassau in the Bahamas. There's the Atlantis Aquaventure Water Park, which you can do a day pass excursion with Royal Caribbean if you fancy it. Or some scuba diving if you've never done something like that. Or just stay on the ship and enjoy. And here we are again. Perfect day at Coco Cay. This is brilliant. This was built from the ground up by Royal Caribbean for Royal Caribbean for you to love.
Yeah, it's going to, that holiday you have just explained to me, Derek, is just my dream. The history, the culture of New York matched with the Bahamas and the Caribbean. It's amazing. And then the ship as well. Wow.
Yeah. It is so good, isn't it? If you think about it, we all need a good news story in our lives right now, don't we? You know, it feels like we all need the sun to shine in some kind of way. And what I will say to you as well, and I don't want to over-egg this point, but there's so much on our minds right now, all the time. It's coming at us left, right and centre, on our phones, on the TV, everywhere. There's such a lot of pressure around us externally, and I think sometimes we forget to live, and sometimes we think that the world is kind of darker than it maybe actually is in reality. And a cruise holiday is such a genuine escape. Sure, Royal Caribbean have Wi-Fi packages that you can buy and get connected up. If you want to be glued to your phone 24 hours a day, you can still be like you are at home. But conversely, and I tell you what, this is something you will want to do, is actually say, you know what, I'll have my phone in my hand and I'll use the Royal Caribbean app to see where I'm, see the fun stuff that I'm doing next, where I'm going for dinner, what's happening, all of that kind of stuff. But the new, couldn't give a monkeys. Could not give a monkeys. I'm on holiday, and a cruise holiday is more of a holiday than you would ever imagine. Escape is the word, and escape is actually what we need right now. 11 fabulous nights of family fun with a New York City break and Oasis Off the Seas cruise, exclusively here at Cruise1st. I want to show you this price tag, because actually, no.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
That is incredible.
People spend more than that getting to and from New York.
Yep.
1699. Deposit today of £199 each. Ridiculous. An amazing saving here. You are saving up to £750 when you book today with us here at Cruise1st. That includes your flights to and from New York. We don't just fly you there and leave you there. You've got a 3-night hotel stay in the Big Apple, and then you've got your Royal Caribbean cruise in the Bahamas with exciting ports and a perfect day at Coco Cay to enjoy as well on the private island, as well as all the amazing, countless, if I gave you a list of the things there were to do on the ship, we'd be here for another 3 hours. Thrills, family fun, entertainment, shows, dining. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And really, it's the colour of a Royal Caribbean cruise. This is like the most colourful cruise you could ever wish for. And it is brilliant. And I've got another deal to make for you as well, and I can't believe this one. Subject to availability, so fingers crossed you make it, pay the Ocean View upgrade price on this deal, which is only another £99 each, and we'll upgrade you to a neighbourhood balcony that we were just talking about that looks into the ship for free. But that you'll have to be extra quick for. Here's the details. Go book it right now. Look at your other half right now. If the kids are watching this, they're like, yes, yes is the answer. Yes is the only answer. Did you see the ice cream there? Did you see the food? Did you see the slides? So the kids are already sold, right? But if you two are looking at each other right now, Mummy and Daddy, come on, look at each other. Come on, you haven't done it in a while. Have a look at each other and go, do we need this kind of holiday? Because they do. Look at the kids. They're bouncing off the walls, loving this idea. Get it booked right now, because remember, we've got amazing family prices, which are great. So that's the price for the adults. the kids' prices on that considerably less in terms of the cruise. Obviously, you still need to buy their flight ticket. You need to fly them. There's no other way of doing it. You can't send them, can't put them in a box and FedEx them. It just can't be done. Anyway, listen, that is an amazing deal, and you should get it booked as quickly as you can with a low deposit and take advantage of the saving, because these savings, let's face it, Sophie, they're not going to last forever.
No, I mean, look, this is our busiest booking period. What do you think about after Christmas, Derek? What are you doing for your holiday? So we are very busy, and Cruise1st with these exclusives are just amazing.
It is great. It is amazing, because for me, people always say to me, you know, oh, you sell those cruises so well. I don't need to do a thing here, because actually the prospect and the price tag are so beautifully together that I think people who are fiercely loyal to their cruise line are looking at these prices and going, oh, hang on a minute, what are we missing here?
Yeah, and I think the other beautiful thing is they're going to go with Royal, and they're going to have an incredible holiday. Our guests love our holidays. They keep coming back, so you will have an amazing time.
One thing I want to say, because we talk a lot about this being a great, you know, family thing, whoever family is, it could be, you know, mum and dad, a brother and sister, or whatever, or it could be the littlies with you. But, okay, so we talk about me being the wrong side of 35, not far, but, you know, a little bit. Is there still something for, you know, for a kind of our age group, let's say, not you and me, we're not the same age group, I realise, but is there plenty for us to do at night aside the shows? Is there good fun? Can I go dance? Can I go for a bit of a boogie at night?
Derek, the choice is endless from our casinos. I could see you in our casinos having a few little beverages.
Who have you been listening to?
I can see you down in our Central Park having a beautiful wine, chatting. There's so much. I can't even, the list is endless. Even being on top deck as you sail out of Perfect Day as the sun is setting. That is where I can see you. But yeah, the choice is there.
And also, I don't need to be bouncing off the walls like a 6-year-old. If I am pretty pedestrian, which I have to say, when I'm on a cruise, I do like to switch off as well. You know, like I can turn it up, but I can turn it right down as well. Plenty of places to be horizontal.
Absolutely. From our adult-only solariums where you can go in, just grab a coffee or a little soft drink, beautiful views out to sea. Even just, you know, having your breakfast on your balcony. It's complimentary with Royal Caribbean. A continental breakfast, so a knock on the door, they come in, they put your coffee, your little pastries out, you're sitting on that boardwalk balcony. That's where I can see you, Derek.
She knows I'm a nosy Parker, that's why. It's brilliant. And actually, just a little word from me as well. For those of you who think, okay, Royal Caribbean might not be for me because, you know, like I don't really want to be tripping over kids every 5 minutes. Because of the way the ships are configured, honestly, you never get that sense. I promise, and I would tell you, because you know I don't have kids. I have cats. I can't take those on a cruise. But, you know, like I know people are very, very conscious of that. And actually, it really isn't like that at all. Yes, of course, there are families having great times and there are children around, but they're over there or they're over there or they're busy doing this. They're all over the place, which is great. It's wonderful. So still, you can have the greatest fun even if you don't have children, and that's not really your thing. And I will tell you right now that Royal Caribbean have lots of adventures that you can take right the way around the world. I mean, not just the ones that we've shown you in this show. There's so much more beyond as well, out to the Far East and here, there and everywhere. And indeed, you can cruise from just around the corner here in the UK. Now, we've already shown you some amazing no-fly cruises for this year from Southampton on board Liberty of the Seas, and next year, Mariner of the Seas will make a Southampton debut season here in the UK from May to October. And again, lots of exciting adventures to be had in Europe there as well. So let's get on board and have a little look around Mariner. Now, how does she differ from Liberty?
She is very, very similar, I'm not going to lie. So she's
pretty like for like, that's good
actually. Very similar in size.
Yep.
You've still got the incredible choice of dining, the incredible choice of entertainment. I think the one thing I haven't really touched on today, Derek, and something I just want to spend a little bit of time so that the customers know this is important. We talk a lot at Royal about our bells and whistles, and we're so proud of our hardware and the ships that we design. But something that Royal absolutely have right is our people on board and the service they deliver. So Our service is called the Royal Way, and it's something we're very, very proud about. You know, a lot of our staff have been with us for a long time because they genuinely love serving our customers. We even have customers booking our ships based on this team on board.
That doesn't surprise me one bit.
And we should never underestimate that, because actually it's these people that are our winning sauce, as we call them, because they make our customers feel so special.
It's so true as well, actually. The atmosphere on a holiday, however good the hotel, the cruise ship or whatever, can actually be soured a little bit if you're seeing, you know, infighting, grumpiness, you know, that kind of thing from the team that are working behind the scenes. If you think they're not happy, that kind of ekes out to you.
Honestly, the team are there and empowered to make customers feel special. So think about, you know, your waiter on the first night. They will know what drink you were having and they will have it there ready. You head down to Central Park or hello Sophie, welcome back. They know you. It's crazy considering how many customers they see every day. And yet they know you, they know what's important, and they want to make your holiday incredible.
Yeah. And that really is important. It's important that you have a happy team, and actually they can't do what they need to do unless they are happy. And that tells me as a very cynical pair of eyes sometimes, that tells me that that's a company that looks after its people very well.
Definitely. Actually, I'll tell you a quick story.
Go on.
When we launched Icon of the Seas, we had invited a lot of our long-serving staff, and there was actually a team member who stood up and he got awarded by our CEO, but then all of his family were in the audience who also worked on board, because they just love our brand so much, and that really filters through to our customers, which is very important.
Yeah. It's great actually to do a show like this, because it takes you far beyond what a glossy brochure can kind of show you. It shows you the heart and soul of what goes on behind the scenes. It's what we always want to do here on Cruise1st TV. Let's take a look now at some of these amazing sailings then on offer for next year on Mariner of the Seas. These are, I mean, again, amazing prices coming your way. You can book all of these today, by the way. It's incredible that you can go so far into the future, and your deposits today are what, £150 each, I think it is. It's brilliant, so good. So the first one, RC824, is the 27th of June next year. 5 nights. Now that's a good first taste of cruising if you've never done it before. You'll be cruising over to Zeebrugge for Bruges in Belgium and Hamburg in Germany. Always a popular cruise. 522 per person, which is incredible. It's even lower prices for, you know, third and fourth, for, you know, maybe you've got kids sharing the cabin with you, or other family members or friends or whatever. I mean, massive reductions to be made there as well. So call the team 0800 953 4700. RC825 is again a very popular first timers cruise. It's a week up to the fjords of Norway, and I love that, especially for kids as well, because kids are not necessarily into the beautiful scenery in the fjords, because they'll be like, okay, seen that, what's next? They'll be doing the slides and the whizzy bang thing. So this is just perfect family holiday. 7 fabulous nights on Mariner from 774 per person. Again, huge savings to be made for families there. RC826 is the last one. This is a no-fly Northern Europe cities cruise on the 23rd of August next year in the school holidays. For most, going to Rotterdam, Copenhagen, Oslo and Hamburg for just $976 per person on this 8-night cruise. And remember, that's just the price for passenger number 1 and 2. If there's passenger 3 and 4 sharing, happy days. Go and talk to the team about the savings that can be made there. The number, you can call us, and I keep saying this because some people think, oh, I won't ring today because won't be there on a Sunday. They will, absolutely. 0800 953 4700. We are definitely a 7-day-a-week operation, and you can search for more of those Mariner sailings as well, because they're on from May through to October next year. Massive range of choices, from 2-night taster cruises right the way through to 9-night spectaculars. So have a little search through the website, because you can drill it down by ship name and time of year as well. So look at Mariner of the Seas from May through to October next year, and you can do Liberty of the Seas this year from May to October and get the same kind of deals and book them all with low deposits as well. Right, on we go. Doesn't feel like an hour at all, does it? It's brilliant. Let's tempt you now with another Cruise1st exclusive package for October. This time we are off to the Far East. Oh, that's West, Eric. East. There you go. We've got Japan, Hong Kong, Vietnam and Singapore in a real special over 18 nights. Flying on the 14th of October even, to Tokyo. I've got so many words, I can't spit them out. Tokyo, that's not a bad place to start your holiday, is it? And you've got a 3-night hotel stay to enjoy. Have you ever been to this part of the world, Sophie?
I have actually been to Japan. Yes, and it is pretty special. The people, the culture. And it's an amazing way to experience this part of the world on a cruise, I do think.
Yeah,
Tokyo
definitely.
is pretty epic.
It's a good highlight to start your holiday, isn't it? It's a nice way of settling in, and then Royal Caribbean will take care of you from there for the next 11 nights, because you'll join them. Hang on a second, what's going on there? What's going on there? Sorry, I'll just finish that sentence. 11 nights on board, Navigator of the Seas. What's this? What's going on there? Royal Blaster?
I think that is one of our longest water slides at sea, actually, Derek. I'm not really sure if I would give that a go, would you?
Oh, for sure, absolutely. If I can fit in the tube, I'll do it. It looks amazing.
It does. It definitely looks incredible.
And this is just one of the many, many highlights on board, isn't it? And it looks like this is going to be another cruise. See, this is another cruise where it's far away and exotic, and I'm feeling I'm going to have to drag myself off this ship
I
to see
saw all of these offers before I sat on this sofa, and I don't think I actually realised just how good these are.
You don't take it in, do you? Until you've gone through the holiday, as we do on the show.
Yeah.
You know, and think about what's included, and then think about the prices that it could be. It's not until we see the prices that we kind of go, oh, gosh, that really is good, isn't it?
Yeah, I think what's beautiful about this holiday is you're going to unpack once.
Yes.
You're going to get to explore. You're going to have everything that we've talked about with Royal Caribbean included, but actually unpack once. That's quite special, that, Derek.
Especially when it's places that you are so unfamiliar with.
Yes,
I mean, never been to Japan, never been to Hong Kong, never been to any of the places that we're going to on this. So I would always want to, and of course it's your choice, you can always, you know, arrange a private transfer, go into the city, have a wander around, go to a specific site that you want to see or whatever, or you can book up a Royal Caribbean excursion, which again will literally, it's almost like they put their arms around you and say, right, come on, I'll show you. I'll show you the hot spots and the highlights. And let me show you where we're going here. 11 nights out of the port near Tokyo, Yokohama to Nagasaki first, and you can take the Mount Inasa viewpoint and the Dejima Heritage Walk here as well, which looks absolutely amazing to do, actually. Dejima was one of the former Dutch trading islands. Next we go across to South Korea, Jeju, and you can go to the Yakchi Onsa Temple and the Chunjeon waterfall here, which are two of the most incredible places in South Korea, surrounded by lush rainforests. 2 days at sea. We're in Hong Kong. I mean, amazing. Lantau Island, where you can go and visit the Big Buddha, and the Tayo fishing village. They're all as highlights together in one Royal Caribbean excursion if you want to treat yourselves to those. And they really are worth doing in places like this. Day at sea into Chiang Mai in Vietnam. Head to Hoi An, into the ancient town here, the famous Marble Mountains, of course. They're all accessible via Royal Caribbean excursions, and they're great value for what they give you as well, because it's not just one highlight, it's maybe 2 or 3 all in one. Couple of days at sea, and then that's the end of the cruise, and we'll come off Navigator, and we're staying in Singapore, and we've got a 2-night hotel stay there. Tell me you've been.
Yes, I have.
Go on, tell me.
Very lucky enough.
Highlights?
I definitely experienced a Singapore sling.
Of course you did.
But actually, Singapore is probably one of my most favourite cities I've ever visited. The people, the safeness, the buildings, it is magical.
Yeah, it looks like one of those places that you could go to 1,000 times and do something different every single time you go. And that's a nice way to round off this holiday. I think it nicely balances out the holiday as well, doesn't it? It means that you've got no real big rush going on, a nice pace. So when you arrive in Tokyo, you stay. Then when you cruise, you see that you've got nice sort of punctuation there of sea days and ports. So you've got days where you really can enjoy the ship, enjoy everything it has to offer without the pressure of missing out on something in a port. And then when you are going to a port, they are fascinating ports as well. And we have got the biggest savings in the whole show for this exclusive cruise offer. You might want to put your fingers in your ears, Sophie. We're about to save up to £1,000 here for you, including the flights, the cruise, and the 2 city stays, remember. Tokyo at the start, Singapore at the end. And I want you to look at this very carefully and look at all of those those plans that you've been thinking about and sitting on for the Far East, and I mean, this gives so many offers that we have in this part of the world a real run for their money. And all you need today is a deposit, by the way, of just £199 per person to get this price locked in. And there is so much to enjoy here, and there's so much value packed in. So that's your flight to Tokyo first, to enjoy a 3-night hotel stay, which is included there. So you don't have to budget for that. That's all in the package. Then you've got your 11 nights of Royal Caribbean full board cruising. And full board means so much than just sort of bed and board and, you know, your breakfast. There's so much more. It is ridiculous on Navigator of the Seas. And you will be cruising, of course, in Japan, Hong Kong and Vietnam, ending your cruise in Singapore, where we've included a 2-night hotel stay there as well. I don't know how we've done that before the included flight back home from Singapore. This is Cruise First exclusive. It's what we do. We find those amazing ways of combining experiences and creating magic. I mean, for this part of the world, you could spend a lot more and do a heck of a lot less, let me tell you. And all you need is a deposit today. Here's the details. You lucky people. This is incredible. Again, if you haven't been to this part of the world before, this is a really lovely taster, isn't it, of so many different places.
This is just going to be the most memory-making holiday ever. I mean, imagine the photos, the memories. And
if you are, you know, if you are taking the family, be that relatives, be that, it doesn't need to be actual blood family. You could be, you go away on holiday with friends and you're all right sharing with them. You know, it brings the cost down. I mean, it brings the cost down massively with us on these deals today. It is crazy, but what a lovely thing to do. If you are taking the children with you, I mean, I never had the opportunity when I was a kid to be able to travel internationally. I mean, I went on a school trip to France and that was about as good as it got.
I've got 2 young children, Derek, and actually the amount of photos that we have of our kids, you know, sitting on trains, going through different countries, it's magical. The other thing that a lot of people don't know about Royal is that you actually can leave your children on board in our incredible award-winning kids club while you do go off to explore. So if it is a destination that is a little bit of a longer excursion, or maybe your child just wouldn't really be interested in something that you were going to explore, it is actually a service that we provide for the customers. So.
And it's kind of something they're drawn to as well, because it's actually, you know, it's in age brackets, isn't it? So it's not the 9-month-old toddler there with the 17-year-old teen. Like it.
Oh no, they absolutely, trust me, my kids are not kids clubs goer. Any other holiday we've ever been on, but with Royal, they are there. They absolutely love it, and they come out every time with something different that they've created. One time she came out with a full green face. She looked like Elphaba. But yeah, it's pretty special.
And in a funny kind of way, you know, sometimes when you're with your kids, and again, I'm the man with 2 cats, remember, but I guess it's good for mum and dad as well, just to have that little bit of a breather, knowing that everything's taken care of, they're enjoying it. They probably would rather be there than with mum and dad.
Yeah. A perfect example of that is actually on our last holiday as a family. We'd been off in Naples for the full day. The kids came along, we'd been on trains, and they were so tired when they got back, but they went to the kids club while myself and my husband went down, had a beautiful 2-hour meal. We never get 2 hours of time together without them, mum, dad. So, and then we picked them up and they'd had the best time ever. So again, the choice.
It's great. This is why you're looking so refreshed, of course. Now, listen, we have only just scratched the surface, haven't we, in an hour? Because there's so many things going on. I know there's more ships coming down the way. I know there's things you can't tell me, and there's probably a couple of things you could tell me. Is there any gossip right now of the future?
Derek, you always try to get something out. But no, there's not anything else I can tell you. What I can say is, if you are thinking about your holiday, whether it be for this year or for next, now is the time to really get thinking and get calling Cruise First, because the partnership, I know we always talk about this, we've worked together for a very long time. And and just even looking at some of those holidays, there's about 3 or 4 that I don't know which one I would choose.
I know, actually, do you know what? It's a good job. We are just about out of time, isn't it? Because I think we'll be straight to talk to the team as well.
Yeah.
Sophie, thank you so much. Please come back soon.
Oh yeah, let's not leave it as long. I will be back here straight away.
Absolutely, thank you so much. It's some real food for thought there as well. I mean, there are some amazing prices, but it's not always just about prices, is it? It's about quality. It's about what you are getting for that. And listen, I would urge you to go to the YouTube channel and go and watch this show again and take it all in. But don't waste any time. Get the deposits in and get the holidays booked. See you soon. Bye-bye.